Thank you.
All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sick Cast, where I sound phenomenal, and if anyone says otherwise, they're lying, and I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, what he said.
How are you doing, my non-sick friend, Robert D'Onofrio?
Oh, well, I'm pretty fucking sick. I mean, I don't know why you're trying to act like I'm not.
Well, I'm saying in terms of, like, you're not doing any... Or, no, I'm sorry. You're not like, coughing or anything. You're just doing kickflips and stuff, which does make you sick.
All right. Glad we're on the same page. I'm doing well, actually. I had one class today before I officially go on Thanksgiving break, and I slept through that class, still went to school, worked for an hour and a half in the shop, because it's for my sculpting class, so I just... worked on my wood there.
Yeah, you can still get work done.
Yeah, so I still got some work done. Then I dipped out, and now I'm here. After this, I'm officially on break.
So how long is your break? Do you get like a whole week, or do you just get till Monday?
Not really. I just get, tomorrow through, yeah.
To Monday?
Yeah, but I get back. See, the thing is, I usually don't have classes on Monday anyway, so I guess really I have, till Tuesday. I go back Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense.
And then I have one more week of classes, and then finals. Then I'm on winter break.
Are you excited? Are you excited to almost hit the halfway point?
Yes and no, actually. It's crazy to think that, some of our friends... And after this year, me included, are like over halfway or halfway done with college, And
yeah.
I feel like I need another year before I'm halfway, because I'll probably stay for my master. Like, if I'm staying in school, might as well do another 2 years for the master's program. I don't know. We'll see where I'm at. Maybe in like 8 months, I'll be dropped out of school, working full-time, insert job that doesn't sound that dead end here. So not a gas station, not retail. I don't know. Maybe I'm like maybe I just won the lottery. It all goes back to that. Who knows?
I think you would be a thoroughbred TJ Maxx owner, or a manager. You're really whipping into shape.
I read something that that the managers at those places make actually like $70K, which isn't that bad.
To be fair, I think I'd rather die than be the manager of a retail store, regardless of how much I'm making.
Back when I worked at one of those, they definitely looked like they wanted to die.
Yeah, I think everybody should work retail at least once in their life, but making a career out of that, unless you're like owning it, that's different. But
that's true. That's definitely true. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So, okay. If this kind of is another lottery question that we keep going back to, but it's nice to speculate. Anyways, so if I won the lottery, I feel like I would stop working, but I would definitely stay in school, because at that point I need something to do during the day. Do you think you would stay working, or what do you think you would do? Would you go and take a few classes just to fill your time or anything like that? Because I know you college isn't for you. You said you prefer working.
Yeah, well, I just don't like. I like the idea of school. I don't like the act of it.
So would you just take some, if you won the lottery and you didn't have to work, would you just take some classes that you would find interesting just to take the classes?
Probably not. I'd prefer to do hobbies.
Okay.
Or like take up like an apprenticeship, more or less, if I was really interested in wanting to do something.
I always thought one of the nice things to be about having money is, instead of trying to teach yourself instruments, you can pay someone to be your teacher for you, which then makes it feel even more official, right?
Well, exactly.
So I could be like, hey, always wanted to learn violin, but I know if I try it by myself, I will quite literally not progress whatsoever. So then if I could get a teacher for that, money shot.
Yeah. My thing with that is, like, I definitely... like, say, like, violin or just any instrument, like, I definitely would want to, but I always am just, I don't have the time, when in reality I'm wasting, like, 2 hours of the day on YouTube, where I could at least use one of them to just play for an hour and try and learn something.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's something, like, it's definitely achievable, but it's not, I just keep making excuses on why it isn't,
Oh, I completely understand that. Glances back at my ukulele, my piano, my penny whistle, my guitar, my freaking anything, any instrument that I picked up, really. My clarinet,
Yeah.
my recorder.
It's your clarinet.
Yeah, yeah. There was a time I tried to learn the clarinet,
I respect
but this
that.
was way back in the day.
Yeah, in terms of recorder, if you can play Hot Cross Buns, you basically mastered the recorder. I wouldn't say it's too in depth.
See, I want to pick up the penny whistle because I want to play that one part from the Titanic, and that is it.
Oh, from My Heart Will Go On.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I picked it up. And let me tell you, there's actually okay. So the penny whistle is a lot like the recorder in terms of the form, but how you blow into it in the form and that like pressure that you use is so important. It's nothing to scoff at. It's not a very easy instrument to use, even though like a good one is like $50. You know, like it may be cheap to get into, but it's like actually surprisingly challenging.
Yeah, like you gotta learn the tech. There's no way around it.
Yeah, there's definitely technique with this one.
That's fine. That's good. I do like to see that.
You know, if you could just pick an instrument, just like one that's not kind of the mainstream one, so not like violin, not piano, not guitar, what would you learn?
Didgeridoo.
The didgeridoo.
That thing's like an absolute pain in the ass, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm around.
Dude, I always thought it would be kind of funny. Like, say if you lived in a city, right? You go up on your apartment's roof every morning with like a 16-foot didgeridoo. A didgeridoo, for people that don't know, is like those, I think they're like Australian or South African. I don't know.
I think it's African. But
I don't know where the didgeridoo originates from, but it's just a long ass tube of this very humming like noise blast. It's very odd. Listen to it.
Yeah.
But it, though. Anyways, back to what I think would always kind of be funny is to go up there like every morning with like a 16-foot one and just play that out into the city and see if people just start kind of going crazy.
Oh, somebody would not be too happy. My other, do you remember, I don't know if you ever watched the World Cup, but I remember it was like popular news. It was, like 2 World Cups ago, I think 2008, 2010, one of the two. I think it was 2010. Anyways, it was in Africa, and everyone in the stands had a fufuzela.
Oh, like, yes, I do know what those are.
Yeah, it's like a miniature didgeridoo, kind of. It's like a trumpet to a tuba, you know, if you want to simplify it, I guess.
Well, it's essentially just a plastic horn.
Yes, but it was very obnoxious, but it was also very enjoyable.
God, dude, I hate those things so much. Just because I forgot where I was. I was at some event, and there was a kid behind me with one that just kept blowing it directly into my ear.
It's definitely a certain place, certain time. I imagine it anywhere outside of like a sporting event, like a rugby or a soccer game. It would just be like, "Hey, dude, try dying," or like.
Yeah, honestly,
like
if I ever went to one of these with one of like my kids or something, and they tried to bring one back, they would have it for like the next few hours, but as soon as they went to bed, that thing would just be in the trash, and they'd be like, "Oh, where's my fufuzela?" I'd be like, "Well, did you misplace it? I don't know. Let me help you look." But that shit is like buried at the bottom of the trash. I hate the sound of these things.
That's where you just come up with like a story and just like, "Oh, did you leave it out in the open?" Depending how old they are, obviously, and just like, "Oh, the fufuzela goblin must have got it." Oh no,
the fufuzela goblin.
Didn't you guys know this when I bought it for you?
If you don't keep your hands on them, they disappear.
Yeah, if you don't keep it under your pillow and give it 3 toots before bed.
Jeez.
I do want to talk about some topics. I want to talk about my favorite topic.
All right.
First.
Guess you're not interested in the instruments that I would want to learn, Dan.
No, I'm sorry. What would you want to learn,
no,
buddy?
We're moving on. Nope.
Now I feel bad.
Nope. We're moving on.
Honestly, we went on like a 4-minute tangent on didgeridoos and fufuzelas. I thought you already said it.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Well, you also said violence, so I was like, "Oh, that's probably it." But I guess
yeah, no, that's fair.
Not popular. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt at all.
Do you want me to apologize?
No, Dan, I don't want you to apologize. I wish you were just considerate in the first place. Okay. Okay.
You really can only ask for so much.
All right. What topic did you want to get into?
Motherfucking Elon Musk's Cybertruck.
The you mean the low poly Halo 3 Warthog?
Dun, 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 dun.
So, do you want to explain a little bit what the Cybertruck is for the unknowing?
All right, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what the Cybertruck is, I'm going to have to ask you to skip this episode because it's not for the faint of heart. Our soon-to-be world leader of Mars, Elon Musk, decided, I'm going to get in the truck game. And, trucks have a distinct style. We got the front, and then you got the flatbed, 4 wheels usually, hopefully. Elon Musk said, fuck it. I want to make it. It's kind of like a triangle. It's like a triangle with wheels.
It's very angular.
Yeah, I would just give it a quick Google search if you haven't seen it, and you'll see it's definitely a vehicle that moves.
If you Google it and you see the pictures and you're like, oh, that's not it, that's just a meme. No, that's probably it, honestly. If it looks like something straight out like a sci-fi movie, that is it. That is correct. You're in the right place.
And it's weird because it does have a flatbed, but it's like hidden, and you'd have to like press a button to open up the flatbed. But I guess you can fit like ATVs on it and shit. Like it's got the space. It's just gosh,
it looks so goofy.
Goofy is the word. I was gonna say unique, but I think goofy is definitely a good one.
It doesn't even have a steering wheel. It's quite literally like a fucking like a very futuristic like the half steering wheels. You know what I'm talking about? Like the bow tie steering wheels.
Oh yeah.
It's got one of those, and it doesn't even have fucking side mirrors.
Yeah, it's kind of all right. Well, one thing is they said it has bulletproof like side mirrors, so they threw like a ball of, I think, lead at it, and it broke the glass, which like people were like memeing and making fun of. But I'm also thinking, if your Cybertruck flips over, wouldn't you want to be able to kick out the windows?
The bulletproof windows only work from one way.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah. So they reflect bullets from the outside predominantly.
All right. Well, there goes my theory, I guess.
I'm sorry. I recall when like how decked out the president's limo is.
Yeah.
I feel like I learned something in an article talking about why it's so decked out. I recall hearing something like that bulletproof glass only works from one way. Gosh, I just I cut out like half the valves there. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You really don't need them. I mean, if you want to buy one, I got you. But
Thank you.
See like what I did there. But I just wanted to get your opinion on, if you had the money, would you buy a Cybertruck?
Dude, okay. I would probably
Hold on. Let me rephrase that. If you had the money, how many Cybertrucks would you buy?
Oh, you're right. No, okay. Hear me out here. Hear me out.
I'm ready. I'm here.
If I had the money, I would definitely buy a Tesla. That's definitely a goal of mine in life.
I can get behind that.
However, if I had enough money to buy 2 Teslas and or more, I would get a Cybertruck, but I'd feel like such a tool trolling around in this thing. Like, it looks so futuristic, I feel like I would just get chuckled at stepping out of it. So I can't think of many scenarios where I would actually need to use this thing.
Hey, I wonder if it's good off-road, because it definitely like you've said, it gives off a Halo 3 Warthog vibe.
What if Elon is like, this is his apocalypse vehicle?
That would make a lot of sense. It does give off that vibe. It gives off just a way too future. Like it looks like it came from like 50 years in the future, and it just came back for some reason. You know what I mean?
I completely agree. Also, here's their official logo for Cybertruck. Oh, can't show history. What?
Oh no.
There you go.
Don't.
That's their official writing for it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they used metal band script.
They used it's like the type of band name where you can't say it out loud because it's just offensive, and all of their song names are like, "I'm gonna commit genocide." You know what I'm talking about? Those kind of
Dude,
bands.
I went to high school with someone that had a lot of those shirts, and I'd be like, "Oh, dude, what's that one saying?" He'd be like, "Decapitated pigs," and I'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah, and you know
okay."
I knew a lot of. I was always jealous because I loved those shirts, and like, it's funny because those shirts are kind of like trendy. You know what I mean? Just
They
like
are
band shirts.
me and my Thresher shirt.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not it. I
Thrasher?
was thinking, yeah, that's not the one I was thinking of. At least I was thinking like how Iron Maiden shirts are
Oh,
like a big hit thing now.
I
I don't
see.
know, but it was definitely weird because it didn't look that trendy on him. Or when it said decapitated pigs, that didn't really have it. Didn't.
Well, see, half the time I always kind of wondered with this kid because I would ask him every day because he literally wore one every day. Because I genuinely couldn't read it no matter how hard I tried, right?
Yeah.
I always thought he could just tell me random names every time and I wouldn't know the fucking wiser. It's not like I can fact check it. It's
That. I was just gonna say that might have been what he did actually.
like he very well could have. Honestly, he could have forgot the name of his own shirt, and if someone was like, "Oh, you're wearing a so and so shirt," he could just be like, "Yeah," or he could be like, "No, it's actually this," and everyone would have to believe him.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? Tell the kid that he's wrong? Like that's his domain.
Exactly. You know, like he was the metal kid.
Do you think metal kids are here? Let me try and relate to the youth. Do you think they stan the Cybertruck?
The fuck did you just say?
Do they stan it?
I feel like
It's
you
like,
told me recently what stand mean. Is that when they like stalk, but they're fans? They're like aggressive fans.
all right, you can't come in and pretend like you didn't know what that word was when you literally just gave like the textbook definition of it. Don't play stupid
No,
with me, Robert.
you told me it on this podcast. I think not a couple episodes, like 5 episodes or so ago. I believe we have had a discussion of what a
Yeah.
stan is. I was
No,
just
you're right.
making sure I remembered. You don't have to be so aggressive, Dan. I get that your throat hurts, but relax.
Hey man, I'm just trying to fucking do it, you know. But
How long
yeah, I
has
guess
your
we
throat
talked
been sore, by the way?
Thursday.
Yikes.
I've been well, it's not the thing is like my throat doesn't feel sore. Like I don't feel sick, but I'm just coughing a lot.
Everyone
Like
pray for Dan.
I'm eating cough drops like they're fucking pretzel M&Ms, but
Do you like pretzel M&Ms, Dan?
I love pretzel M&Ms.
I've never had one.
Really.
Yeah.
It feels like the more days I know you, Bobby, the less and less I like you. You just say these things.
Dude.
I can't believe you, man. What happened?
You don't even know who I am. It's okay.
I don't know who you are anymore. First, you're telling me you're not gonna buy a Cybertruck because you think you're just gonna be trolling around it and looking like a weirdo. Now you're telling me you've never had pretzel M&Ms.
Well, you know me. I don't like sweets. So.
No, I know, but it's a salty and sweet. It's the best of both worlds.
But you know what? Sometimes you don't get both worlds. Okay, don't be greedy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't be greedy. You can't always get what you want, bitch.
Oh, okay.
All right, segueing on of getting what you want. Did you hear that President Trump signs that animal cruelty bill that I was talking about? I feel like it was a month or so ago. We were talking about it, but basically it is now official because Trump signed it. It makes animal cruelty a federal felony, which is pretty sick.
I'm down for that. I mean, that's fitting because they had that dog that helped kill the ISIS leader at the White House today.
Was that today?
Yeah, today or yesterday or this weekend. I don't know. These days are blurs at this point. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I feel you. As soon as November rolls around, I'm like, oh, it's the 20th? Hello? What?
Literally, I'm like, Thanksgiving is 2 days from now, but we'll talk about that later.
Well, real quick, you know what shit? I just actually looked at the date. It's the 26th. But when I said, oh, it's the 20th, that felt like it was a realistic date for some reason, even though that's came and passed by a week.
Dude, I feel you. It's time flies when you're having fun, man.
Time flies when you're flying. Anyways, so I thought this is really cool. That makes me happy. I don't know, that was like my little tidbit of uplifting news, really, for the week. See, I kind of like it on Twitter, though. People are like, oh, yeah, yay, Trump signed the bill. But then, like, people are subtweeting, but he's still a dick. It's like, oh, okay. It's just, like, people are happy that he did this, but still very much dislike him. So it's a very mixed response, very hot and cold, if you will.
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely fair. I mean, like, not a huge fan of the dude, I'll admit it, but something like this, it's kind of hard to be like...
You don't stand Donald Trump?
I don't do. And Donnie fucking slurping on that Big Mac, I'm like, oh, man. Looking real good in the moonlight.
Slurping on that Big Mac. That is actually probably the most disgusting phrase I've ever heard.
No, there's definitely been worse.
No, okay. You know, you're not wrong. Let me reiterate, though. That is probably the most disgusting mental image I've had accompanied about a burger.
Oh, Donald Trump eating a Big Mac?
And slurping a Big Mac.
Oh, it's an adjective. They're both...
I mean, you could say scarfing down, but you said slurping. Would you...
Yeah,
if you're slurping meat, is that good meat, Dan?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's good. Like, sometimes it's a little greasy and you're craving a nice fatty meal and you're just slurping it down. I think that's not out of the ordinary. Ordinary is really difficult for me to say right there. I don't know if you noticed. I was like, but, my whole thing is, love him or hate him, you can't really be mad. I'm surprised that this wasn't a felony like years ago.
Well, I believe there was an act put in back in 2010 of like the Animal Crush Video Prohibition Act, but like, and other various acts are part of that, but it's like, I think this is just official that abuse is pretty much just like now federally a no-no in most to all aspects.
I would say all. I don't really think there's any form of animal cruelty that is like, well, alright, we'll let that one slide.
Well, all I'm saying is if a goose runs at me, that's getting a freaking roundhouse kick to the throat.
Okay, that's entirely different. That's self-defense.
I'm telling you, I have never had so much anxiety than when I'm walking through a park and a goose just walks past me.
Yeah.
Like, I get so much anxiety, and you're like, Robert, why, how often do you experience this feeling? I've experienced it quite often when I was younger, because the park that I frequented had ducks, and we used to like to go see the ducks. They were friendly. They'd come up. They'd say, what's up? But there was also like 6 geese that would basically run around and hiss and nip at you.
Yeah, geese are just like
dicks. They're dicks. So ever since I stopped going there, now that I'm larger, I have, not a kid, I've always had this thought in my head. If I go back there and they're still there and they try and hiss at me and run up and nip me, I will not hesitate to karate chop a duck in the head. I won't necessarily try and kill it, but I ain't definitely getting bit like a bitch.
Well, you think about it like geese, they got long necks. All you gotta do is just like grab it by the neck and then use it like a lasso. All my way.
See, and Jesus. And I'm not even condoning animal violence. I just hate these 6 geese in particular.
Well, you didn't...
Well, I feel like they're just devil spawn. Like, they're ducks. Why they got bills? Why they got teeth?
I would say there are a few animals that I don't care if, like, something like if they just went extinct. 'Cause there's some pretty fucking useless animals out there.
Like mosquitoes, but those are insects, so they don't count.
Yeah, that's why we got spiders. They kind of do it for us. Do you still kill spiders when you see them?
If I see them in my room, they are executed on the spot. If they are anywhere else in the house, they get put outside.
See, I don't know if it makes me like I don't know, like a weird person, but like if I see a spider, I just let him be. Unless it's like crawling on my bed, then I'm like, hey man, you gotta go. But I'll never kill him.
I dislike them where I sleep.
That's fair.
And that stems back to from me waking up one night and there just being like two spiders on me.
Well, they're just seeing how you were doing. I don't know why you got so scared.
Well, I mean, they were bigger. And the thing is, like, one got, so, okay. There was one that was, like, in my hair that I got instantly when I, like, was like, oh, what's in my hair? And I slapped it and I squished it and I felt that. But then I turned the light on and there's one, like, on my bedding that crawled, like, somewhere that was unfound. So ever since then, it's just a kill all policy on spiders in the room.
It's understandable. I get that. I do get that.
Yeah, I mean, you just like to wake up with spiders in your hair, and it shows.
What can I say? I'm one with the world.
Well, you are a pretty earthly guy.
Well, I'm not waking up with any bugs in my room because my boys, they got my back, and I got their back.
Well, you know what? Death to the spiders. Unless they're radioactive, then
Bite me.
bite me.
Literally.
Please.
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 I need this.
God.
I need to become Spider-Man. Oh.
That doesn't even sound enjoyable, to be honest.
You want to be Spider-Man?
I think if I just developed superpowers, honestly, I would just be the most stressed human being. I'd be like, what the hell do I do? How do I hide these? Oh my god. Cause like, see, I'm not against change, but I also struggle to accept it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's, I think everyone.
Well, there it is.
Change is scary, but change is necessary. Something you like to see. Here, I'll save us. Don't even worry about it. But there's something called the Grey Cup, and it's for it's for Canadians that like their football. They have the Grey Cup. That's their Super Bowl. Yeah.
Is it like with their like Canadian football?
Yeah, it's the CFL.
Okay.
Canadian Football League. But on Sunday, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers won the Grey Cup for the first time in franchise, or not in franchise history, but the first time since 1990. And why this is so important is because the dude named Chris Matthews made a bet in 2001 when because they played the Calgary Stampeders. They got fucking weird ass names in the CFL. But there was like, they were supposed to win this game. They were the favorites coming into it. And he made just like a bet like, oh, I'll never wear pants again. And like he'll only wear shorts, so he became like a shorts guy. And then they lost that one. So he hasn't worn pants in 18 years until Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, definitely a journey. And like the organization like knew about him. They've had him on like social media things and stuff of that nature. But they brought him onto the field and he brought like the pair of pants he was gonna wear. So they brought him onto the field to put his pants back on for the first time.
Jeez.
It's just such a weird thing, but I loved it.
That's dedication right there.
Absolute dedication. But it's like, it's also crazy because imagine living in Canada and it gets pretty fucking cold in the winter and you can't wear pants. You're going to wear shorts. It's all out of principle. And
do you think he kept to that when he was by himself?
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it. He definitely, because he's done interviews leading up to this, and he seemed like a very genuine person. Like, he would definitely have done this.
He's at a wedding in just gym shorts. Or no dress shorts. There's dress shorts. Okay.
Yeah, that was what he said. He was like, I have like khaki shorts, I got like basketball shorts, and I got dress shorts for special occasions. And I'm like, that's fucking great.
But I mean, the real thing, like you said, with the winters, what the hell does he do?
I'd say you triple bundle up on the top and then pray for no frostbite on the legs, you know? Like, at that point, I think it's just hope that'll get you through.
I don't know, maybe he's got like super diesel legs now, though, to the weather, so he won't even want to wear pants because it'll be too warm.
Well, he's a pretty, like, plump dude, so his calves are pretty beefy, or just big. So I imagine the circulation was good. He's doing all right.
He's doing all right.
I imagine. But it was definitely, I don't know, it's just like a weird story. And it reminds me because I remember going to school with my friend's dad. He would always show up in shorts, and I've never seen him wear pants to this day of knowing him for 20 years. And like,
I'm sorry?
yeah, he never, well, like he wore shorts.
Yeah.
Never wore like long pants. And like we'd see him go for jogs in outside when we did like basketball. We'd just see him always out in shorts. Nothing would change. Like he'd be doing gardening in shorts, and I'm like, hey buddy, what are you doing?
You know, I had a neighbor like that. He was always in flip-flops, no matter what the hell he was doing. Like shoveling, mowing the lawn.
Oh, what?
Yeah, dude. He was in flip-flops all the fucking time. And I remember, I used to play with this kid in the neighborhood. Like, we would go in there, and he would literally have, like, 6 or 7 pairs of that one type of flip-flop as well. It was great.
God. I gotta respect that. I really can't can't take it from him.
He was a flip-flop guy before there was flip-flop guys.
Do you remember in middle school when, like, socks and sandals was, like, a fashion sense?
Yes, you would wear the Nike socks pulled up to the shins with the Nike flip-flops.
Did you do that?
No. Cause my dad was like, "You're a tool," and I'm like, "What's a tool?" And he's like, "Just don't be one." And Roger, you got this, Dad.
Like, don't worry, Chief, I'm with you. Yeah, I remember I would go. I remember I used to get made fun of because I didn't know how to dress in middle school, so I'd show up with like moccasins, like almost knee-high socks, not like actual knee-high socks, but like I'd hike those shits up. And then shorts and a hoodie. That's what I'd wear every single day.
That's different than what you wear now?
Hey man, you can't talk. Just because you suddenly get a fashion sense and you're starting to dress nice doesn't mean you can trash mine.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
Bobby's been dressing nice lately, and let me tell you, now he's got an ego.
I've always dressed nice, okay?
I've always had an ego.
I've just recently changed the area of niceness that I've been going for.
Oh, sure.
Okay?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Come on, dude. Dan. All I'm saying is Adidas track pants can only get you so far in life.
Hey, man.
Come on.
You're just gonna keep hurting my feelings, and you know what I'm gonna do about it?
You're gonna laugh it off, because that's what we do on this podcast.
Because I can't take it to heart, because you're 100% right. I mean...
Oh, no, stop.
It depends.
I like to bully Dan when he's sick, because if he tries to, like, get back at me too fast, he'll start coughing. It's great.
And then I'll get up too quick, and I'll be like, hold on, give me a minute.
You'll just tell me to shut up, and I'll sit here in silence waiting for you to tell me to speak again, because you wear the pants in this relationship.
Shut up, and then you do, and then I'm like, wait, dude, it was your topic next. Come on,
yeah.
What are you waiting for?
You gotta fire back, man.
Dude, it is an AB conversation.
Speaking of style, man, there's some characters of style at my school. Let me tell you, there is one person in Jenko jeans constantly.
Oh, that dude probably has a lot of sex and will make a lot of money in the future.
I'm sorry. Do you say dude?
Oh, is it a girl?
Yes.
Oh.
And she's like, okay, she's like super thin, right? Mm-hmm. Like very petite, and wears them with crop tops. I shit you not. It's like I'm looking at, like, what is it, the 90s that those were popular?
Well, Jinko jeans are making a comeback. That's actually a thing.
Well, she's pioneering. Honestly, they don't look bad on her. But, it still always catches my eye, because I look at the jeans, I'm like, wow. These are the stylistic choices that we're moving with.
I can agree to that. There's a lot of things that have resurged and made a comeback, and it's like, hey, you didn't have to.
There's a guy that walks around in a hentai hoodie sometimes.
Well, that's good. Those people scare me, though.
geez, when we had the cold day last week, when it was like 30, there was a girl in booty shorts.
Well, sometimes when you got an ass, you gotta show it, you know?
I mean, I guess.
You gotta flex what you got.
What's some other weird one? There's some people that walk around with a lot of anime clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's people with like My Hero Academia hoodies, Naruto hoodies, and shirts and stuff like that.
Do you ever walk up to him and you're like, hey, I watched that show?
And then Naruto run away? Definitely.
No, you walk up to him and then you give him like a hand gesture and you're like, friendship jutsu. And they're like,
oh. Please. In public, you come up to me and you're like, hey, you watch anime? I'm like, what the fuck? What are you, a weeb? Get the hell away. I only watch the Friends in Office.
I only watch the Friends in Office. I'm so quirky.
Yeah, what's animation? Puke. You mean Disney? I only watch Disney, not those Asian cartoons. Silly boy.
I would never stoop so low.
Yeah, me. You see the way I dress. Anyways, if you watch anime, that's fine. I definitely don't watch it.
No.
At all.
Robert would never.
I don't even know what anime is at all.
No, this is true. You should definitely. His Discord picture definitely would not.
Shut up.
Hey, sweetie, it's fine. Don't be afraid to show your true colors.
Well, damn. This has been the Dr. Phil podcast, where Dan exposes me over and over and over again.
No, the Dr. Phil does have a podcast, I'm pretty sure.
You know,
but
I feel like he would be kind of pleasant to listen to.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm in the opposite boat. I just don't think Dr. Phil has a very enjoyable voice to listen to. But that's just preference.
I don't really think I know what he sounds like in my head upon further investigation.
He honestly, whenever I think of him, he sounds like a dude with a thick mustache. And I don't know if that helps or any way, shape, or form, but that's what he sounds like.
No, that's all I need to know.
You get it now. Like, you have the mental image, right?
Yeah. Okay. So,
oh yes, what's up?
This episode goes up on Thanksgiving. And
doggy.
With Thanksgiving, we like to talk about what we're thankful for. Dan, every year, do you do this thing with your family when you sit down and eat, and you're like, all right, time to go around the table and say what we're thankful for?
Hell no.
You guys don't do that? Oh my god, let me tell you, we do. And sometimes I'm like, oh, it's cool, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, it's nice, it's quirky, we get to be positive, I love it. But on the inside, I'm like, wow, fuck this, I'm gonna say the same thing I've been saying for the last 9 years. I'm thankful for my family and the food that's on the table before me.
Yep.
I'm very thankful.
What else do you say, right?
I mean, I we'll say something nice at the Friendsgiving that we're also going to be having this weekend. But, you know, when I'm with the fam, I'm like person 7 out of, the previous 6 that have already said something. And they've all said, I'm thankful for health. I'm thankful for, I don't know, not being financially unstable, anything, all that BS. And then it comes down to me. I'm like, oh, shit. Everyone's mentioned something that's pertinent to the group, so I can't be like, oh, well, I'm thankful that I am not failing college, because that's a possibility. But you know what I mean? I can't just say something that's just for me. So, well, I'm thankful for everyone at this table. And it's like, oh, good one, Bobby. And I'm like, thanks, I want to puke.
Yeah, well, it's also, you say that, but also, you're 7 out of, we'll say 20. I don't know how many people you're going to have there. But at least 10 of them are also going to say they're thankful for family. So
exactly.
You want to try and stand out and say something, collective, but you can't. It's going to be the same shit. That's why we don't say anything, because it's we're all fucking here. No shit, we're thankful for family. Well,
okay. Segueing though, real quick. The thing is, just to talk about a little Thanksgiving, those memes where you have that, cool uncle or the cousin that you go and, quote, take a walk with?
Yeah.
In reality, it's marijuana.
Oh no. Wait, you can't dox all the people out there.
I'm sorry. I'm. It's not marijuana. It.
Walk.
It's a walk. It's a merry walk.
I see what you did there.
Anyways, I obviously didn't do that up until I was a legal adult for Thanksgiving, and the last like two of mine since then, I was baked at Thanksgiving, and I remember like being obscenely baked by the time it got to me, so like it really felt like I was gonna say something profound because I was taking so long, but in reality I'm thankful for family came out of my mouth.
Well, that's good.
It's tragic. It's tragic. Do you ever do that on Thanksgiving, Dan?
Well, they get high on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
No. Never had the means or the desire, to be honest.
It's nice if your family's cool about it, you know?
Yeah. My family's like 50-50 of not caring.
Yeah, I mean, it's all... Because, like, sometimes it could also be overwhelming sitting at a table full of family when you're munching and crunching.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was always... Like, I am still, like, delegated to the kids' table. Like,
Are you serious?
My almost 30-year-old cousin who is married and is having almost her second kid is on the way, sits at the kid table.
That's funny as hell.
Not just because her kid is there, but because we've always sat there.
Really? That is... How do you feel about being delegated to the kids' table?
I'm totally fine with it, because it's like me and my sisters, and then my cousin, and then her kid. It's like I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you're A-okay with that. I remember the few times I was at a kid's table. That was like, hey man, I'm like 2 feet taller than all these people here. You're gonna make my knees weak.
And your arms heavy.
There's vomit on my sweater already.
Oh, spaghetti.
Mom's
do you have any like? I've been seeing this on Twitter recently. Do you have any like unpopular opinions about Thanksgiving?
Okay. I feel like I have in the past, so let me recall them. Corn's garbage.
You don't like corn?
No, it's not good. Corn's not good.
It's reusable.
That's disgusting. That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. I think that Thanksgiving dinner should be held at like 1 p.m. personally.
Oh, when do you guys do your Thanksgiving dinner? That's pretty
between 1 and 3, I guess.
Okay.
Well, my family for some reason wants to simultaneously get it over with, but also somehow push it later and later. But me, I just want to be home by the time my food starts to digest so I can actually just sleep for the next 24 hours.
Yeah, so you can get that nice food coma. Like, the worst is when you eat your food and then you, like, say there's football on the TV in the living room and then everybody's slumped. Like, if you had to drive there, it is an absolute tragedy to drive home.
Oh, yeah, I feel that, man. I'm going to have like a 40-minute drive or some shit way home, and then I go into work this Thanksgiving. It's going to be a banger of a time.
Well, that's a bit unlucky, but I guess you get money.
Hey, heck yeah, because I'm taking this weekend off to pop off with our friends at our Friendsgiving event.
That is true. We are doing that.
We are doing.
Are you bringing yet, by the way?
Don't dox me like that, because I very well do not. And the thing is, I think I might settle on something that I can purchase.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally fine.
And make it something like, I don't know, maybe something for later in the night. I don't know, I could bring like a veggie platter or a fruit platter.
I mean, Jordan's got mashed potatoes, and then I'm making a beef Wellington, and then Tyler's got vegetables.
Does he have them though?
Dude, all he's got to do is just open the bag, pop it in the microwave.
All right,
It's good to go.
I'll make sure to bring some salt shakers and pepper shakers in my pocket.
Yeah, God knows. All right, I'm gonna dox my friend. We go to my friend's house. His family is very financially stable, to say the least. So they have a nice house, and it's the only reason we're friends with them. Just kidding,
Yeah,
that's not
for
true.
money.
Yeah. But we've done Friendsgiving. This is the second year we've done it. The last year we went there, and for God knows what reason, this man's family has no spices or anything in that household. And when I say no spices, we could not find any pepper. I think there was actually salt, but there was no pepper in that household.
Yo, I'm convinced, right, that they have to keep all their spices somewhere else, and the kitchen's just that big to where we don't know where it is.
That could be true. But like I find that fucking crazy because you'd think this is like 100% white family, but they're part Portuguese, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. They're not the whitest of the bunch, you know?
No, yeah, like they're a pretty diverse family. And like I just find it crazy that there is absolutely no fucking spices or anything in that goddamn household.
It's bizarre. It's like not even the basics were there. There was salt, I think, but like, where'd the pepper at? Where's the like garlic powder at? Like, where is anything that's standard?
Yeah, like no like herbs either. No like rosemary, no thyme, nothing of that nature. It's like
Nada.
it's
The
a
egg,
disaster.
the next day's eggs were basic as hell. They were literally just flavored by egg.
I know because I remember I made some eggs and bacon and I was like, all right, this is gonna be good in the morning. And then I'm like, hey Tyler, where's the salt and pepper? I don't know. And I'm thinking, how the fuck don't you know where your salt and pepper is? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's
That's
it,
crazy.
it's
How do you
actually
fucking-
crazy. The lives that people live and how minutely they are different.
I agree. I have a pretty controversial Thanksgiving take for you.
All right, hit me with it.
I think turkey is hella overrated.
Uh, okay,
but
would you say it's better or worse than chicken?
If you're doing like, okay, if I'm having, I would rather have a whole like rotisserie chicken than a whole turkey.
Oh, see, that's where I disagree with you. All right, why do you think that? Do you think is it a taste thing? Like, why do you think
Well, it's
that's
turkey's
overrated?
turkey's just dry as fuck. First off,
Nah, what? Your
Yeah,
turkey's
it is.
dry?
no, everyone's turkey is dry.
No. It's the right kind of moisture for the bird itself. Like, that's like
Yeah,
saying duck
fucking
is
none.
dry. Or not duck.
Because
Quail. Quail is
Have you-
dry.
have you had quail? I've never
I
had
have.
quail. I couldn't give you a opinion on quail. I'm
I
sorry.
think I've had quail. I've had something that's definitely not a duck, definitely not a turkey, definitely not a chicken, and it's a bird.
Well, that does narrow it down to only a few options.
Yeah, I hope, hopefully it wasn't like pigeon or some shit like that.
No, it's fair. I don't think turkey's bad by any means,
Mm-hmm.
but I just wish turkey wasn't like the staple Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like
it
obviously
doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but it is though, and that's the thing.
Okay, yeah, like everyone does do a turkey, like unless like you're like, oh, what do you guys do? And they're like, oh, we do ham or some shit like that. But
Okay.
I like turkey because I only have it like once or twice a year, and I personally really do like the taste, and I guess everything that you can do with it afterwards. Like I like turkey soup a lot.
Oh, I don't. Hey man, you're just better than I am, I guess. I don't know. I just think I've talked to people about this and they do agree with me, but I do understand. Like I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind turkey. I like I like leftover turkey. I like slapping that on a sandwich.
I don't know.
It's nice.
It's definitely an opinion thing. Like it's not the weirdest one I think I've heard. What would you rather have besides turkey then?
I mean, like I'd like a nice roast. I mean, I know that's more of a Christmas thing, but I think a
It is.
nice rib roast would be God.
No,
Which is like we
defy all norms. Get a massive rack of ribs.
Well, that's the thing is like I just wish it wasn't turkey was the thing. And like I know like what you said of oh it doesn't have to be, but it just I feel like it does. Cuz
If you're a traditional white family, it does.
well, I mean regardless of what race or ethnicity you are, like imagine pulling up to your fuck me. You have a significant other and this is the first time you're going to Thanksgiving. You pull up, and instead of a turkey, they have like a full rack of ribs. Are you like, I mean, I imagine you're not upset about it, but you're just kind of like, okay, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I guess I would hesitate, but then I'd be like, okay, ribs, yay.
Yeah, like you're not opposed to it, but it's out of the norm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird one.
Maybe you're just the brave one to say it.
Yeah, I'm taking a stand.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks. Dan doesn't like turkey on Thanksgiving. Get your pitchforks. Get your pitchforks. Get your torches. We'll meet at dawn.
Understandable. And I'll be waiting upon the horizon.
To be roasted.
Death waits. Oh, okay. This isn't a topic we have, but did you see the screenshot I put of what Papa John said? I think it was in an interview yesterday.
No, I haven't read it yet.
Alright, I put the screenshot of the Discord. It is the funniest thing because the headline of it is the day of reckoning is upon him. And he's talking about like the Papa John's franchise. And it is the fucking weirdest interview I've ever seen in my life.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days, and
Yes.
it's not the same pizza.
Yes. And he's just like, he's talking about the new owner of, he's like, this dude's never been in the pizza business his whole life. He has no idea what he's doing. And by, like, he's saying this, and this dude is sweating profusely. He's, like, drowning himself in sweat. And the interviewers, because he says that line of, the day of a reckoning is upon him. And then the interviewer's like, what do you mean by that? And he's just, like, chuckling to himself. He's like, stay tuned. And it's like,
What?
is Papa John's gonna shoot a Papa John's?
Is he a serial killer? What the hell?
That's what I said. I'm like, is Papa John's gonna go on a rampage? Like, I'm just so scared of what is gonna happen. And
Gosh.
imagine eating 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
That's an average of more than one pizza a day.
That is 1.2 pizzas a day. No, it's like 1.1 pizzas a day. I don't know.
I got what
You
you're putting down. Yeah, no, you're good.
You think I went to college? Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
Dan's got his doctorate.
Nope. Dan
And-
has nothing.
Oh my god. All right, folks. that was Dan.
I have nothing.
Oh,
This piece
no.
of paper doesn't let me do anything in life.
Jesus.
That's college.
Oh my god. I'm sorry,
Hey,
that
man.
was funny as hell.
I said what I had to say, I guess.
All right. Do you want to wrap it up there?
Yeah, you can take us home, Chief.
All right, folks, that has been the Frying Pan Podcast, episode 56. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a little bit of a spotty episode. We've had some illness, we've had some laughs, but it's been a ride all along. This episode will be going up on Thanksgiving. Have a great Thanksgiving, folks. Hope you've had a good year up until now. 2019's almost over. We're pretty much into December at this point, so get ready for that. As always, we're on social media. We have a Twitter and Instagram. The handle for both of those is the Frying Pan Pod. And you're listening to us now on Apple Music, Apple Podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, YouTube. The list just keeps growing with more Apple ones. Disney Plus. Anyway,
Disney Plus.
we're on Disney Plus. Anyways, that's been the Frying Pan Podcast. I've been Robert D'Onofrio.
I've been Robert D'Onofrio. Sorry.
That's been Robert D'Onofrio with a second or two of lag. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Good night. I'm thankful.